After Ben Simmons' fourth year in 2021, he was on a Hall of Fame pace. 3 straight All-Star appearances, back-to-back all defensive first teams, and finished top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting. He even finished 12th in MVP voting in 2021 as well for the 1-seeded Sixers, and then it all crumbled down. His hesitation to shoot the ball in the conference semifinals against the Hawks, him holding out in the 2022 season, having the back injury, and then getting traded to Brooklyn, did not play at all that year. Played 42 games in 2023, 15 games in 2024. That Hall of Fame pace has cratered. But my job for today's video is to get Ben Simmons in the Hall of Fame. So let's rebuild Ben Simmons' career. What is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? Oh my God, he is 28 years old. He is a point guard slash center. I really hope that he could turn into the player that he was during his prime in Philadelphia, but that was so long ago. The Bucks won the finals that season. LaMelo was your rookie of the year. Russell Westbrook averaged 11.7 assists that year for the Washington Wizards. So it's been a minute since Ben Simmons has been good, but we're going to try to turn that around today. He's on the last year of that massive rookie extension he got from Philadelphia. 28 years old, man. We don't have many prime years left. So Brooklyn is going to be bad this year, and he may leave in free agency. Once he leaves and picks his next team, then I'll decide to kind of rebuild that team around Ben Simmons. But we're going to make sure he plays a ton of minutes, and we need to get that scoring back up. It's going to be the Cam Thomas, and it's going to be the Ben Simmons show in Brooklyn. Ben Simmons shot tendency, let's get it up to a 96. I do want the three-point tendency to not be at a 0. Let's just put it at a 10. He can maybe take 1 or 2 threes a night, and we want him to start as the point guard for this team. I want him to get 32 minutes a night just out of the gate, and as the season goes along, he's going to play more minutes than that. So on opening night against the Atlanta Hawks, Ben Simmons, the comeback is here. 26 points, 9 rebounds, 12 of 13 from the field, 4 assists, and we are going to have 5 goals for Ben Simmons today. He needs to make an all-star game again, be on an all-NBA team, an all-defensive team, win an NBA title, and make it to the Hall of Fame. Those are the 5 goals that we have for the remaining part of Ben Simmons' career. And oh my God, it's already starting. You can't make this up. He breaks his left toe in the second game of the year. He's out 1 to 2 weeks. Because, man, the injuries are going to come with Ben Simmons, unfortunately. He played in 16 minutes. He had 10 points and 8 rebounds in this game before getting hurt. But he's going to be back here against the Chicago Bulls, and the Nets do win in Ben Simmons' first game back, 15 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. We just got to see those offseason workout clips more often. All right, he's not off to a bad start this year for sure. This could be an all-star pace in the Eastern Conference. Another night where Ben Simmons was the leading scorer for this team. You'll love to see it on good field goal percentage as well. Oh my God, Ben Simmons took 1 3 this year, and he hit it. Ben Simmons getting guarded by Drew Holiday. This is the mismatch he could kind of use. I mean, Drew is obviously an elite defender, but Ben Simmons can be a downhill scorer. Go right at Drew. Simmons to the rim with the right hand. He's looking like prime Ben Simmons out there. 14 points in this one. He is tired though, but hey, I think he can make an all defensive team again. A- perimeter D, A- paint. Let's see what we can do. Drew Holiday, why am I jumping? We're good, we're good. And he can respond. There we go. Come on, give it back to Drew. Let me clamp him up with Ben Simmons. Let me clamp him up with Ben. We're here as a help defender. We'll see. Is he gonna kick it out? Derek White, guarded by Cam Johnson. This Nets team is gonna be so bad this year. You know what? A good possession there. I'm going to snap pad. Give me my rebound. There we go. A double-double. And he's guarded by Jaylen Brown. Let's see if we can get to the rim with Simmons. Can he get to the rim? We obviously can pass it as well, but it doesn't matter. He's too good inside. We're going to win this game. Jason Tatum driving. Come on. Oh, that would have been a block for Simmons right there. Ben Simmons and Nick Claxton operating the pick and roll. See what Ben Simmons can do. What is he doing with the hook shot? That actually didn't look too bad. I didn't know he had that in his bag. Simmons coming to help again. Get that block. Get that out of here. Ben Simmons is back, baby. Ben Simmons going downhill right at Kristaps Porzingis. Oh my God, he's keeping them in this game. Simmons gonna go downhill. He's gonna find Nick Claxton inside. Another assist for Ben Simmons, number 7 of the night. Tatum's gonna miss that, and that's number 11 on the glass for Simmons. We have a chance to take this lead on the backs of Ben, and he's doing this against the best defensive team in the league with elite defenders out there. He's gonna get to the rim, and he's gonna finish that with the left hand. Ben Simmons gives the Nets the lead. Ben Simmons gonna get to the rim. He's gonna kick that out to Bojan Bogdanovic, who's gonna miss the jumper. No. All right, 102. We need Simmons to clamp up. Are they gonna go to? Oh my God, get off me, get off me. All right, Tatum is gonna try to go to work on Dorian Finney-Smith. We're here as the help defender, but Jaylen Brown can hit threes. So we're here. Oh my God, Tatum takes a wild shot. Oh my God, and he knocks it down. You gotta be kidding me. And the one thing Simmons can't do is hit a 3 to tie the game. But you know what? This is a different type of Ben Simmons. Let's see. Can he get an open look for 3? Oh my God, where is he going? Oh my God. Oh my God. All right, we got some work to do on that. So, through Ben Simmons' first 23 games, the bounce back campaign is on. He's averaging a career high in points per game right now, 8.2 or 18.2 a night, 9.3 rebounds, 5 assists, shooting 54% from the field. The turnovers are 3.5 a night, but the steals are over 1. Blocks are 0.7 a night. he may be back. Ben Simmons does hyperextend his left knee. He could play through it, which is something he would never do in the past, but he's gonna do it now because it's a different Ben Simmons. Oh man, there it is. Ben Simmons with the most major injury he suffered all year, a high right ankle sprain, out 6 to 8 weeks. Luckily, it's nothing to do with the back, but that is a brutal end to what's been a great year for Ben Simmons so far through his first 44 games, give or take. So Ben Simmons was hurt during the trade deadline, so he's going to be a Brooklyn Net for the rest of the season, and he's healthy again here in early February. Can't make this up. Another injury for Ben Simmons. It's day to day though. That is his 4th injury this season. So somehow this Brooklyn Nets team is fighting for a playoff spot in the Eastern Conference. They're currently the 6th seed. I guess they didn't expect Ben Simmons to be this good this year, and that's how much he could be a winning player. This Nets team that is projected to be the worst team in the NBA just went 41-41. How is Ben Simmons not a most improved player? What? And unfortunately, we're not going to check off any of those goals for season number 1. He doesn't make an all-NBA team or an all-defensive team. But hey, his first year back, 49% from the field, 18 points, 9.7 rebounds, which is a career high, 4.8 assists, 1.3 steals a night, but we need to add to some of those accolades. Somehow the Nets are in the play-in tournament. Yeah, it's because of Ben Simmons. We're in the first game too, so even if we lose, there's a chance the Nets can make the playoffs. We don't even have to worry about that. They're gonna beat the Indiana Pacers. Ben drops 20, 10, and 7, and the Nets are in the playoffs. I think there's a real chance Ben Simmons gets a max contract in free agency. Taking on the Orlando Magic, the Nets do lose in game number 1. Ben Simmons had 15, 17, and 5, did have 6 turnovers, did not shoot the ball well in this game. Did have 7 offensive rebounds though. Game number 2 goes to the Orlando Magic. They win 116-106. The Nets scored 9 points in the second quarter. Simmons had 16, 5, and 8 with 6 turnovers. Game 3 went to Brooklyn. Game 4 went to Orlando. Simmons across these 4 games is averaging 17 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists, but the field goal percentage hasn't been great. 4 turnovers a night, and the Nets did go to 6 games, but they got eliminated in 6. Game 5, Ben Simmons 13, 9, and 8, 5 of 8 from the field, and then in game number 6, Ben Simmons had 12, 13, and 6, but shot 5 of 16. So his first playoff appearance back wasn't that good, but the regular season, I would say, was definitely a step in the right direction, as the Knicks are going to beat the Thunder here in the 2025 NBA Finals. Brunson, Finals MVP. So obviously, Ben Simmons is a free agent this year, and we are not going to re-sign Ben Simmons. Wherever he signs is the team I'm going to control next. He wants around $10 million a year. And with LeBron retiring, the clutch connection gets Ben Simmons to Los Angeles. He is going to sign with the LA Lakers on a 3-year deal worth $44 million. He's going to be making $14 million per year. And we'll see if Ben Simmons, along with Anthony Davis, 2 former number 1 overall picks, can get it done in LA without LeBron. And Ben Simmons is back up to an 81/82 overall. Yes, this was definitely a good year for Ben Simmons. He's got a B potential right now. Anthony Davis is going to be the power forward. D'Angelo Russell is the shooting guard. Ben Simmons as the point guard. Reeves will probably come off the bench. And this Lakers team also has Robert Williams as well. Ben Simmons is going to get 35 minutes a night as the starting point guard, playing with D'Lo, Vanderbilt, AD, and John Collins in the starting 5, who they also signed along with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. The first game of Ben Simmons as a Laker, they end up blowing out the Jazz by 27 points, and Ben Simmons drops 22, 13, and 6. You're just going to get this with Ben Simmons, I guess. Another severe left ankle sprain. He's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks. This injury comes in mid-November, so the season barely started, and Simmons was off to such a good start. 23 points, 8 rebounds, and 5.5 assists, as well as 2.2 steals a night. All right, so Ben Simmons is back, and through the first 40 games, this team is 28-12, top of the West. And Ben Simmons is averaging 20 points, 7.7 rebounds, and 5.1 assists through his first 37 games, shooting 55% from the field, and he's cut the turnovers down as well. He's got to be an all-star this year. And the Lakers are at the trade deadline with a 39-13 record, tied with the Hornets for the best record in the NBA. Ben Simmons is averaging 19.5 points per game, more than last year. He's averaging less rebounds, but more assists, more steals. Turnovers are down, field goal percentage is up. He was kind of snubbed though. Ben Simmons did not receive any all-star votes. I don't know if that means he has to average 22 points a night. Kawhi Leonard is also in Minnesota. AD is currently 3rd in the MVP race. Reeves is currently 2nd in 6th Man of the Year. Ben Simmons, though, is not in any awards, so he probably has to get the trust built up back again with reporters and the media. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Let's see what this Lakers team could do by the end of the 2026 season. And with Ben Simmons' first year in LA, he helped Anthony Davis win MVP, and JJ Redick wins Coach of the Year. This could have not have been a better year for Ben Simmons in Los Angeles. Hey, the clutch connection runs strong. We do not get Ben Simmons on an All-NBA team, nor an All-Defensive team as well. But the Lakers are the 1 seed in the Western Conference. Ben Simmons Simmons this year averaged 19 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists a night, 1.4 steals. He unfortunately was not an all-star, didn't get any awards. In round number 1, we see the Lakers beat the Spurs in 6. Ben Simmons averages 21 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists in that playoff series. Okay, great start there. Can they beat the Houston Rockets in round number 2? They do lose John Collins for the rest of the playoffs, and the Lakers ended up winning in 6 in this series. Ben Simmons is still performing very well in these playoffs. They're going back and forth with the Thunder here. Game back, game up, game back, game up. They're up 3-2 right now, and they win in 6 for the 3rd straight series, and Ben Simmons has a chance to win a ring, knocking that off the checklist. And he's averaging 21.5 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals a night in the playoffs, taking on the Orlando Magic. What are the odds that Ben Simmons could take Finals MVP from Anthony Davis? It's going to be tough when AD is putting up stats like that. Game number 2, the Lakers do win it. Ben Simmons had a 25-point triple-double, but was not the leading scorer on the team. That should help out the Finals MVP case, though. Game number 3 goes to the Lakers. 26-13-9 for Ben Simmons in this game. Are they going to sweep them? It is going to be tough. Ben Simmons is 19-10 in this game. They're down by 10, 6 minutes to go. Let's see if we can take over. Find Jared Vanderbilt. Is he going to get Ben Simmons an assist? Yes, he can. Ben Simmons picks up his 4th assist of game 4. I can't believe we're going to get Bronny James a ring as well over here in LA. Let's see. Anthony Black guarded by Ben Simmons. Oh my God, I'm behind him. I'm behind him. Here we go. Oh, that is going to be a nice pull-up jumper. That's on me defensively with Ben. We got Anthony Davis coming off a screen. He's going to pull up for 3, which is not going to go in. I mean, that would also help AD's Finals MVP case. So we're going to keep that in mind. I may not pass it to him as much. Guarding Anthony Black here. 5 minutes to go, down by 10. We're going to have to help here with Paolo, but I don't want to leave Black open. He's going to miss that. Ben Simmons picks up his 11th rebound of the night. We're going to push it a little bit. I see you, Max Christie, but we're going to get right around Cole Anthony. Oh my God, okay. Sorry, Jonathan Isaac. We're going to get Ben Simmons the ball. We're going to try to back down Anthony Black. Oh my God, he's pushing him. This is going to be so easy with Ben. I lied. Cole Anthony for 3, that's good. The sweep may be over. Ben Simmons going downhill, and he's going to get blocked by Anthony Black. Okay, luckily it goes to AD. So game number 5 also goes to the Orlando Magic. AD would definitely get Finals MVP if they win this game. Game number 6 goes to the LA Lakers, and they win the NBA Finals. Finals MVP does not go to Ben Simmons, so we're not going to check that off, unfortunately. But hey, it's fine. He ends up getting his ring, so we check that off, which is nice. That's ring number 1 of Ben Simmons' career. Hopefully, we can win a couple more in Los Angeles, and we can get him into the Hall of Fame one day, joining KD, a former teammate, Chris Paul, Steph Curry, and Russ. And we're going to make a trade with the LA Lakers. We're going to be getting Jalen Johnson and a future first-round pick for Austin Reeves and Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Should make this team better. The Lakers had the last pick in the first round. Damian Caffey was the first rounder. 6'6". Most of these guys' team options are going to get picked up. I think we should run this team back. Hopefully Ben Simmons can eventually take the number 1 spot on this team over Anthony Davis. And we have bird rights on him. Let's bring back Robert Williams, who, like Ben Simmons, feels like he's always hurt. And we're going to sign Draymond Green to a 1-year deal as well. We really got that clutch connection running deep here in Los Angeles. So player progression, Ben Simmons is up to an 85 overall. You can see with the morale boost, you have Jalen Johnson as the number 2. 80 still is the number 1. It's a deep team. We got to get Ben Simmons to an all-star game, though. Hopefully, he's going to be the number 2 scorer on this team. I mean, we do have scorers around him, so it's going to be tough, but we'll see. Hopefully, he is going to be the number 2 behind AD. And this team actually has so many big men right now. We're going to go 33 minutes. We're actually going to go 36 minutes to Ben Simmons. We can go a couple more to D'Lo, to Jalen Johnson, excuse me, Robert Williams. Yeah, we have AD, Robert Williams, John Collins, Jared Vanderbilt, and Draymond Green. So many big men on this team. And we're going to start off Ben Simmons' 2nd year in LA with a dub. Jalen Johnson dropped 41 points. Okay. Ben had 15, 5, and 8. That's a good start. In game number 2, though, Ben Simmons had 37 points, 12 rebounds, and 7 assists. And game number 3, 24, 11, and 5. He's off to a great start. And there's Ben Simmons' first injury of this year, twisted left knee, 1 to 2 weeks. So here at the trade deadline, the Lakers are 42-9. They are not great offensively. They're in the middle of the pack in the West, but they are really good defensively. The number 1 team. They have a 13.7 point differential. Ben Simmons this year doing what he did last year, but the rebounds are up, the assists are up, the turnovers are up though. 52% from the field, 1.3 steals, 18.5 points. I really wanted to get him to 20 a night, but we do have a lot of scorers on this team because you do have AD averaging 21 points. Jalen Johnson is averaging 19. D'Lo 16, which is really going to hurt him on making an all-star game. Like, I just don't see that happening this year. He was an NBA champion last year. That's his most recent accolade. But also, if you look at the body health, right now, it's all looking okay. But you could see the wear and tear. It is not good right now. All right, it's going to be time for Ben Simmons to step up. Anthony Davis dislocates his left patella. He's out for the rest of the season. Good thing we have a lot of big men on this team. And this Lakers team is going to win a ton of games. They go 67-15. I assume the only award they're going to get is Coach of the Year, and that is JJ Redick. No Lakers on the all-NBA teams, all defensive teams. I wonder if the spotlight is just too big for Ben Simmons. Maybe he's got to carry like a smaller market team or a team that's not as good. We'll definitely keep that in mind as he's going to finish his career, or this season, excuse me, with the highest point per game total of his career. 19 points, 8.5 rebounds, 6 assists a night, 1.3 steals. And yeah, we're going to have Draymond Green in the lineup. The triple single combo between these two in the playoffs. Round number 1 against the Utah Jazz without Anthony Davis is going to be scary. But you know what? Not that scary, as we ended up sweeping the Jazz in round number 1. Jalen Johnson dropped 34 points. Oh my God. Ben Simmons did drop 25 a night. That is kind of insane. Taking on the Blazers in round number 2 with a 90 overall Scoot Henderson. And it's going to go the Lakers' way. They're going to advance to the conference finals. Jalen Johnson averaged 28 points. Ben Simmons averaged 21-10 and 4.4 assists. So can they beat the Houston Rockets, who look very good and they've developed their young core? Can they go to the NBA Finals? They can't. They lose in 7. So without Anthony Davis, that is going to hurt. Game 7, they lost 143-108. Simmons shot 2 of 13 in this game. He did play well overall against the Rockets. 22 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists a night, 49% from the field. 2 steals as well. But yeah, with no Anthony Davis, they can't win it all, and that goes to the Houston Rockets, and Amen Thompson is your finals MVP. So there goes Draymond Green. He retires, as well as James Harden, who was never a teammate of Ben Simmons, but they were traded for each other. The Nets have 3 projected lottery picks. The Clippers have 2. The Lakers are going to try to get a little bit younger with this trade. D'Angelo Russell for Marcus Sasser, and the Blazers are going to agree to that. So this is going to be Ben Simmons' final year on this current Los Angeles Lakers contract. We'll see what they're going to offer him, but I'm also not opposed of him joining a new team next year where he could be the star of the show, as he's going into his 30s now. So Jalen Johnson is going to be the highest overall on this team because Anthony Davis is still banged up a little bit. So it's going to be interesting to see if Simmons can average a ton while AD is going to be out to start off the year. And we finally got it. Ben Simmons is an all-star once again. 6 years later, he's an all-star in the 2027-28 season, or that may actually be technically last year, which is interesting because I'm not seeing his name come up, but I don't know. It says he's an all-star. I'll take it. We could check that off. 20 points, 9 rebounds, 7.5 assists, 1.5 steals. I really want to get him on an all-defensive team this year. It's going to be tough, though. Ben Simmons, though, off that new contract extension, is going to be banged up going into the playoffs. A severe right ankle sprain. Man, how many ankle injuries has he had in this video? He's going to be back for the playoffs, though, because 2K's injury system has been broken for so many years. This guy is a wild name, making Rookie of the Year. Ben Simmons makes an All-NBA team. How about that? Check that off, man. Let's go. All-Star, Finals, and an All-NBA team appearance. We are turning his career around. Check those off. All right, so can we do the all-defensive team? That would have been sick, but we can't. Hopefully, he turns into more of an elite defender as he gets older in this league. Can kind of go back to what he was in his early 20s. And coming off that new contract extension, let's see how he looks in his first round of the playoffs against the Blazers. Yeah, this healthy Lakers team should be better than a 5 seed. They get the job done. Ben Simmons, 24 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, 1.3 steals, 1.5 blocks. He's coming for that finals MVP. But they got to beat the Rockets in round number 2, the team that beat them last year, and that was going to be a tough matchup. They ended up losing this one. I did re-sign Anthony Davis for a little bit, so he's back, but I wonder if this Lakers team needs to get Ben Simmons some help eventually. He averaged 22 points, 5 rebounds, and 9 assists, 3.5 turnovers, 60% from the field. But the Lakers did win it all 2 years ago. They have yet to go back since, as the finals are between the Rockets and the Hornets win in 7. And a big Lakers trade this offseason is going to hopefully make the competitor worse. They're going to send Time Lord and Marcus Sasser, as well as their first-round pick for a future first-round pick, but most notably, Cam Whitmore from the Houston Rockets. And Zion Williamson signs with the Cavs. That is a major switch-up this offseason. Garland to the Bucks. Anthony Davis starting to regress. This is Ben Simmons' team now. So this is going to be a really fun team of Simmons, Max Christie, Cam Whitmore, Jalen Johnson, and Anthony Davis. You have John Collins, Marcus Crawford, who was the 31st pick back in 25, Vanderbilt, Bronny James, and Hood Schifino. We're not going to actually play Hood Schifino because we need to get Ben Simmons all the minutes at the point guard position. And we're going to start off Ben Simmons' 4th year in Los Angeles to a weird start, 11 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. I know I did add another top scoring option in Cam Whitmore, who is off to an insane start this year. Ben Simmons does average a triple-double in game number 2. And he does average a triple-double again in game number 2. Could we get Ben Simmons to average a triple-double this late in his career? It would be kind of sick. Man, he had a bruised right hip last year. He gets it again this year. So Ben Simmons in year number 4 in Los Angeles, 19.5 points, 9.7 rebounds, and 8.7 assists, which is gonna be up there. It's a career high right now. And oh yeah, he is an all-star. So he wasn't one last year. It was 2 years ago. He's an all-star again this season. And he's currently third in the MVP race. Oh my God, that is crazy. Is he up there? Oh my God, yes. Okay. He might not win DPOY, which is fine, but there's a very good chance he is on an all-defensive team if he does not get injured. Oh my God, right on cue. Ben Simmons, another ankle injury. He's got to have the worst ankles ever now. He's out 6 to 8 weeks. So Wemby does win MVP. If I see Ben Simmons winning DPOY, it would be insane. If I saw him win MVP, that would have been wild. Emmanuel Quickly, 6th man of the year, New Orleans. Wemby gets DPOY. Okay, that's fine. Hopefully we get Ben Simmons on an all-defensive team. He just made all-NBA first team. Oh my goodness. Ben Simmons is so back. The first time making it in his career is a 32-year-old. 19 points, 9 rebounds, almost 9 assists a night, 1.7 steals, 1.3 blocks. He had to have made an all-defensive team, right? Boom. There we go. Check that off. Another one checked off. All we need to do is get Ben Simmons in the Hall of Fame, and I think he needs a Finals MVP to do so. We'll see if that can happen this year. Round 1 against the Dallas Mavericks in the playoffs. They still have Luka and Kyrie. They still have PJ Washington and Derek Lively, and then you add in Anunoby, which is really nice, but we end up beating them in 5. We have a chance to beat the Wemby-led Spurs. Simmons wasn't great in round 1, but is still getting it done when he's not efficient on both ends of the floor. Can they beat the Spurs and go to the conference finals? Cam Whitmore gets injured. Yes, they win in 5. Simmons averaged 18, 6, and 10. I feel like 2K really likes his defense in the triple doubles right now. Can we get him to the NBA Finals? Yes, we can. He hyperextends his left knee, but he can play through it. He just got Western Conference Finals MVP. All right, I think he's going to get Finals MVP if we could beat the Pistons, who are led by Cade, AJ Johnson. They have Kawhi, Jalen Duren's in 90. Game 1 goes to the Lakers. This is a rematch of what, like 04's finals around that time. Lakers win game 2. Simmons is fully healthy. Drop game 3. Win game 4. Give me a Ben Simmons Finals MVP. Give me a Ben Simmons Finals MVP, baby. Let's go. Let's go. He's got to be on track to making it to the Hall of Fame now. I mean, maybe he needs the MVP, but he just got a Finals MVP. That is unreal. We have a chance to beat the Wemby-led Spurs. Simmons wasn't great in round 1, but is still getting it done when he's not efficient on both ends of the floor. Can they beat the Spurs and go to the conference finals? Cam Whitmore gets injured. Yes, they win in 5. Simmons averaged 18, 6, and 10. I feel like 2K really likes his defense in the triple doubles right now. Can we get him to the NBA Finals? Yes, we can. He hyperextends his left knee, but he can play through it. He just got Western Conference Finals MVP. All right, I think he's going to get Finals MVP if we could beat the Pistons, who are led by Cade, AJ Johnson. They have Kawhi, Jalen Duren's in 90. Game 1 goes to the Lakers. This is a rematch of what, like 04's finals around that time. Lakers win game 2. Simmons is fully healthy. Drop game 3. Win game 4. Give me a Ben Simmons Finals MVP. Give me a Ben Simmons Finals MVP, baby. Let's go. Let's go. He's got to be on track to making it to the Hall of Fame now. I mean, maybe he needs the MVP, but he just got a Finals MVP. That is unreal. So we're going to run most of this team back. Ben Simmons with the morale boost in 89 overall. Another major foot injury. He would probably have to retire by now. A left foot stress fracture, 6 to 8 weeks. Boom. Boom. At the end of the 2030 season, Ben Simmons wins Defensive Player of the Year. Oh my God. If you just beat it, like you beat out Wemby, that is insane. Oh my God, he wins DPOY. Hall of Fame, I think we could do it. All NBA second team. Ben Simmons is so back. They were the 2 seed this year, which means, I mean, if you're DPOY, if you're all NBA second team, you probably made an all-star appearance. He did not though? Okay, he wasn't an all-star. That is kind of crazy how he wasn't an all-star this year. It's fine. I already checked that off, so I'm okay with that. Ben Simmons this year for the LA Lakers, 18.5 points, 8.8 rebounds, 7.9 assists, 1.4 steals, 1.1 blocks, only 2.7 turnovers a night as the lead ball handler. Great year from Ben. Battle of LA in round number 1 here as Anthony Davis is fully healthy from his injury and the Lakers pull off a sweep, but at the cost of losing John Collins for the rest of the playoffs. Yeah, John Collins has been a staple piece for this team over the last couple of years, and Ben Simmons, 24.5, 10 points, and 9 assists. Yeah, John Collins has been here for a while now. Round number 2 against the Dallas Mavericks. Bronny James is hurt. He's still here. The Lakers are so banged up, and they lose Max Christie for the rest of the playoffs as well. And with all those injuries, the Lakers lose in 7. 118-102 was game 7. Ben Simmons had 21, 15, and 9. So unfortunately, they were not able to win it all this year. Ben Simmons was great in round 1. He was solid in round number 2. But this team just had so many injuries. And the Rockets win the NBA Finals with Şengün getting a Finals MVP. We are so far into this. I'm like expecting a retirement from Anthony Davis. We don't see it yet. Yeah, this team is getting older. Guys are starting to regress. Cam Whitmore is still great. Jalen Johnson, he was banged up last year, so he's starting to regress. Ben Simmons is down to an 87/86 overall. He's going to be 35 this year. All right, there's something we haven't seen in a while, a Ben Simmons back injury. He could play through it, though. So Ben Simmons still makes an All-NBA team this year when he's averaged his lowest points per game since we've turned his career around. And it's the lowest points per game since basically the 2020 season. But 7.9 rebounds, 6.6 assists, 1.4 steals, 1.3 blocks. Gets him on All-NBA third team and all defensive first team. The Lakers were just banged up with injuries once again. This team is getting so much older. You have Ben Simmons and Bronny James in that backcourt. This may be the best chance the Lakers have at winning it all. Anthony Davis might retire at the end of the year. After round 1, Cam Whitmore is leading the show for this team. Ben Simmons, 17 points, 9 rebounds, 10 assists. We're seeing way too much from JT Thor. This team is getting up there in age. And there goes Ben Simmons for the playoffs. For the first time in this video, Ben Simmons cannot finish his playoff run. He suffers a torn right hamstring. He is out for the year. And then the Lakers lose in round 2 again to the San Antonio Spurs. Maybe Ben Simmons is like, I might request a trade in the offseason. I don't see this Lakers team doing too much as the Nets win it all. Ben Simmons' old team. And that is going to be the case. Ben Simmons is going to get his wish. He's going to get traded from the LA Lakers to the San Antonio Spurs. He's going to get traded along with Benjamin Irving, who was a recent first-round pick, for Devin Vassell. And Ben Simmons is now a Spur with Victor Wembanyama. And Victor Wembanyama, you know, the Spurs made the team better. They went out, they got Ben Simmons, so he's like, I will re-sign with you. 5 years, $354 million. And to learn this team, they have Ray Brewer, who was the 20th overall pick back in 2025. This guy is a really good wing. You have Stephon Castle still on this team, who's going to be the shooting guard next to Ben Simmons in that backcourt. Jamal Randolph is a young wing out of Wyoming. You got Bernard Christie here, another frontcourt guy, interesting haircut. And Artem Kozlov, another big man from Ukraine, hasn't really been able to hit a shot too well in his career. And this could be Ben Simmons' last team in the league. He's down to an 83 overall. He is going to be 36 this season. He does have 2 years left on this contract. He has a player option at the end of this year. Not sure if it's for $0. Either way, Ben Simmons hopefully can get one more contract in the league. Yeah, the end of the Spurs bench does not look too good. We'll see if Simmons, Castle, Randolph, Brewer, and Wemby can be a good enough starting 5 to win it all. And in Ben Simmons' first career game with the Spurs, 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 13 assists. In his first game against his old team, he wins in overtime, 115-113. Simmons has 21 points, 14 rebounds, and 7 assists in 38 minutes. So an MVP this year is a guy by the name of Joey Evans, who got traded to the Bulls last year. And as a 29-year-old, won MVP, averaging 16.5 points a night. Man, I think we could have got Ben Simmons winning MVP at one point, but I think he's a little bit past his prime. He does not make an All-NBA team this year, unfortunately. He does still make an All-Defensive First team. Simmons, 13.5 points, 7.5 rebounds, 7 assists. He was not an All-Star this year, unfortunately. And the Spurs were a 1 seed with Wemby and Ben Simmons at the helm. Oh, man, we'll see how far this team can go. The Lakers are the 4th seed. That would be kind of poetic if we got the Spurs and the Lakers in round number 2. And that is not even going to happen. The Lakers did their job, but Ben Simmons loses in round 1 again. He goes 3 of 12 in game 7 as they lost by 1 to the Clippers. Man, there's a chance Ben Simmons could sign somewhere else this offseason. 14 points, 9 rebounds, 8.5 assists. He wasn't terrible. 4 fouls a night in those 7 games is kind of gross. And the Thunder win it all with Percy Galloway being your finals MVP. Does Ben Simmons randomly retire? We gotta watch that. John Collins ends up retiring. There goes Greg Popovich as well. 1 year coaching Ben Simmons. He said, I'm done in this league. So yeah, Ben Simmons' player option was $0 for some reason, that contract he got from the Lakers a couple years ago. So he is going to be a free agent. And we're going to lock him in back with the Spurs, 3 years, around $60 million. We made Ben Simmons earn his money throughout the rest of his career. But if this team couldn't get out of round 1 last year, it's going to be tough. Ben Simmons is now down to a 79 overall. All right, so we have the MVP on the team. Wemby gets that award. He also gets Defensive Player of the Year as well. So as long as Ben Simmons could be a good complementary piece to Wemby, who's still arguably the best player in the NBA, we're going to be okay in the playoffs. The Spurs are the 5th seed, though. Oh my God, the Clippers have a sick backcourt with this Tavkar guy, who was the 5th overall pick back in 26. They have Anthony Edwards as well. Johnny Stevens is a 90 overall. Nate Banks looks good. That's a fun Clippers team. Ben Simmons, 11.5 points, 7 rebounds, 6.5 assists. He's clearly regressing. Stephon Castle, good number 2. The efficiency has never really been there in his career. Jamal Randolph is pretty good, though. So in round number 1, oh my God. All right, you may have the best player on the planet. It does not matter. This Spurs team may be cooked. Oh, man, Ben Simmons. It may be time to be a family man. I don't know. He actually wasn't bad in round number 1. The bench of this Spurs team kind of stinks. And you have the Jazz and the Bulls in the finals, a rematch from the late 90s teams. And Max Smith is your finals MVP. That guy's been really good. I think if Ben Simmons doesn't retire, which he does, okay, I was going to say, maybe we try to get Ben Simmons on a new team, but after 15 years in the NBA, at age 36, he retires. We took over the career of Ben Simmons when he was averaging 6 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists a night and could barely stay on the floor. We turned him into someone that averaged around 18 to 19 points, 8 to 9 rebounds a night, 7 to 8 assists. In the time we took over Ben Simmons as well, we went from 3 All-Star appearances to 5. Hey, that's something turning his career around. He only made 1 All-NBA team, a 3rd team in 2020. We got him onto 2 more 3rd teams, 28 and 31, 1 2nd team in 2030, and even a 1st team All-NBA in 2029. It's not going to show it, but a Defensive Player of the Year as well. Finals MVP in 2029, a 2-time NBA champion. He even hit 4 threes in a game in this sim. But will it be enough to put Ben Simmons in the Hall of Fame? We're going to have to find out. I don't think so. I probably needed the MVP award. We'll see. Oh my God, he's in the Hall of Fame. He's in the Hall of Fame. Oh my God, I did not think that was going to happen. I have seen Klay Thompson not make it to the Hall of Fame. DeMar DeRozan not make it to the Hall of Fame. But Ben Simmons does over just 1,000 games in his career. 16 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 1.4 steals, 5 All-Star appearances. That DPOY really helped. Man, that Finals MVP also really helped. 6 All-Defensive First Teams. He was the Rookie of the Year as well. My job here is finished. We rebuilded Ben Simmons' career. And I hope you guys did enjoy that. Let me know if you want to see me save any other NBA player's career. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. Drop a thumbs up if you guys did enjoy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.